world captivated by the glow of screens and the promise of a digital utopia, a hidden truth pulses beneath the surface, a truth as weighty as the very earth that fuels our high-tech dreams. For every smartphone in your pocket, tons of earth are moved, leaving behind toxic waste, environmental scars, and a legacy of devastation. In the silent hum of our digital age, a magnetic trap lies in wait, poised between progress and peril. At the dawn of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, we found ourselves entranced by the sleek veneer of artificial intelligence and robotics. The promise of innovation whispered of a future where machines and technology could solve our deepest problems. Yet, as we embraced this brave new world, a darker story unfolded in the shadows, a story of environmental sacrifice, geopolitical power plays, and a race against time to secure the raw materials that drive our digital dreams. Imagine a world where the clouds we so easily trust are not weightless, but burdens forged in the depths of the earth. The modern myth of the digital cloud is dismantled by a harsh reality. Colossal amounts of soil are excavated for a single AI server. Beneath this digital promise lies an unyielding truth. The extraction of rare earth elements essential for powering the devices of tomorrow comes at a devastating cost. In the far reaches of remote mining sites, where dust and decay strip away the natural world, breathtaking landscapes are replaced by barren testaments to human demand. Each ton of rare earth elements produced leaves behind 2,000 metric tons of waste, including hazardous radioactive material. Toxic chemicals, such as sulfuric and hydrochloric acids, seep into the land and water, poisoning communities and turning once fertile regions into noxious wastelands. Here begins the clash between high-tech aspirations and brutal physical realities. As we peel back the layers of this hidden cost, we encounter a new kind of power: China's monopolistic hold over rare earth processing. For decades, China has quietly dominated the global supply of essential elements, controlling up to 90% of refining capacity. This mighty grip is not merely the result of abundant reserves, but a testament to the nation's mastery of complex technologies, a control that has enabled it to leverage rare earths as a potent geopolitical weapon. In 2025, the imposition of export restrictions on 7 rare earth elements sent shockwaves through global supply chains and left the world grappling with the vulnerability of its technological infrastructure. Yet, amid these revelations of environmental degradation and geopolitical strife, there lies an urgent question. Can we forge a high-tech future that does not come at the expense of our planet? The answer is as elusive as it is critical. To address this puzzle, high-tech labs around the world have embarked on a desperate race against time, striving to develop alternative materials that do not rely on the finite, poison-laced bounty of rare earth mining. In cutting-edge research facilities, scientists harness the power of artificial intelligence to explore new compounds and innovative solutions, efforts that could, if successful, dissolve the bonds of a legacy built on the scars of rampant exploitation. Our narrative takes us from the arid outbacks of Australia to the rugged mountains of Vietnam, where a modern gold rush is underway. These landscapes are now battlegrounds in the struggle for rare earth elements, with each dig and extraction carving an indelible mark upon the earth. Here, the land itself becomes a ledger of environmental debt, a debt marked by deforestation, habitat destruction, and the release of toxic substances that jeopardize entire ecosystems. In the deep seas of the Clarion-Clipperton Zone, experimental deep-sea mining trials introduced in 2026 have pushed these practices to unprecedented depths, stirring ethical debates and raising the specter of irrevocable ecological damage. At the heart of this tumultuous narrative are the human stories, voices of communities bearing the brunt of toxic pollution and indelible displacement. In regions scarred by decades of mining, the air itself seems heavy with the weight of unspoken tragedy. Here, the juxtaposition of high-tech innovation and environmental devastation is most keenly felt, raising piercing questions about the nature of progress. For every gleaming technological marvel, there exists an unseen trade-off: environmental ruin, social inequity, and a looming crisis for future generations. The story of the digital age is thus deeply intertwined with a forgotten legacy, the enormous ecological footprint of mining, long concealed beneath layers of technological wonder. The iconic image of a humanoid robot, its metallic joints supported by meticulously engineered rare earth magnets, belies a darker truth. Those same magnets, essential to the robots and devices that define modern life, are inextricably linked to mines that erode the natural world and disrupt entire communities. The ethical conundrum is profound. If a robot, forged through a calculus of raw power and precision, saves a human life, does the tainted origin of its components lessen that good deed? A single question looms large: can technological progress be morally reconciled with the environmental costs it incurs? Deep within the contaminated tailing ponds stands a grim monument to our green ambitions, a bitter reminder of the so-called blood price of green energy. As the world embraces electric vehicles and renewable energy sources, the underlying materials powering these technologies are born of intense environmental sacrifice. The pursuit of sustainable energy often masks an ironic truth. The same green future we seek may be shackled by toxic byproducts, geopolitical dependencies born from unsustainable mining practices. The race to our sustainable future is not only a technological contest but a moral reckoning, prompting us to ask whether green energy might also translate into geopolitical surrender. Over the past few years, corporate espionage and clandestine operations have added a layer of intrigue to this high-stakes race. In the shadowy corridors of power, covert footage from 2026 revealed concealed networks involved in mineral smuggling and secretive industrial espionage. These covert maneuvers expose an undercurrent of corporate greed and governmental manipulation, where rare earth elements have evolved into commodities wielded as powerful geopolitical instruments. A tactical pause in China's mining operations created a ripple effect across global markets, serving as a stark warning. In the world of rare earths, control is as lethal as any weapon. Within this whirlwind of political intrigue and environmental decay, the alchemists of our time strive to craft a new narrative. In quiet laboratories illuminated by the glow of innovation, scientists and engineers undertake one of the most challenging quests of our era, developing new materials that could break our reliance on destructive mining practices. And yet, this quest is fraught with uncertainty, for the very chemistry of innovation is unpredictable. Their work is a beacon of hope that perhaps the path forward lies not in succumbing to the destructive legacy of our past, but in reimagining a sustainable future from the atoms up. From the righteous outrage of environmental advocates to the calculated strategies of global policymakers, all are drawn into this unfolding drama. A clash between the modern myth of limitless progress and the stark realities resting in the raw, unforgiving earth. We stand at a crossroads in history where every step forward in technology demands a token of sacrifice from our natural world. The mountains, the deserts, the oceans, they all share in this burden, bearing silent witness to the trade-offs that underpin our high-tech era. The narrative of our digital age is not one of unmitigated progress, but of complex interdependencies. The faces of communities marred by toxic spills and the desolation left in the hot wake of aggressive mining operations are a sobering counterpoint to the brilliance of modern innovation. The once pristine landscapes, now scarred by extraction and industrial might, compel us to confront a fundamental irony. To build a future driven by digital prowess, we must first reckon with a past steeped in environmental devastation. In the flickering shadows of our digital revolution, mournful echoes of industrial history resound. Tales of forgotten lands, and poisoning chemicals, and communities left to contend with the fallout of progress weave together a tapestry that is as turbulent as it is telling. The struggle to harness the power of rare earth elements emerges as a defining conflict of our time, one that cuts to the very heart of what it means to choose between technological miracles and the sanctity of our natural world. Every breakthrough, every innovation has been built upon a foundation of both hope and hardship. The promise of high-tech futures glows with the allure of progress. Yet each step forward reveals a cost that is silently measured in toxic waste and ecological ruin. With minds racing to develop alternatives, humanity is challenged to engineer a future where technology no longer demands the heavy toll of environmental degradation. A future where innovation does not come at the price of our planet's health. The silent alarms of our global supply chain now ring clear. The race for rare earths is intensifying, drawing the gaze of policymakers, environmental activists, and corporate strategists alike. Awareness grows that the delicate balance of technological progress and environmental stewardship hangs by a thread, susceptible to the manipulation of powerful interests. As China wields its influence over the global rare earth market like a master chess player, the world is faced with an existential choice, one that could redefine the very nature of power and progress in the 21st century. Within this intricate web of innovation, exploitation, and rivalry, one query resounds like a rallying cry. Can we have a high-tech future without replicating the destructive practices of our past? The conundrum is wrenching in its simplicity, yet profound in its implications. Each facet of our digital destiny, from the gleam of a smartphone screen to the cold precision of a robotic joint, carries with it the burden of environmental costs, socio-political upheavals, and ethical quandaries that question the very foundation of our technological ambitions. In this fraught setting, progress is measured not only by the speed at which technology evolves, but by the integrity of the earth that sustains it. Our journey now reaches a turning point, a pivotal moment when the dazzling light of modernity must confront the harsh shadows of reality. As scientists continue their quest to invent materials that render rare earths obsolete, the world waits with bated breath, knowing that the stakes extend far beyond mere industrial prowess. Every revelation in this story carries with it a call to introspection. The tangible metrics of technological progress are inextricable from the intangible costs. The splintered ecosystems, the displaced communities, and the looming specter of environmental collapse. The path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty, yet it is illuminated by the unwavering necessity to reconsider our priorities. The race is no longer just about who can push technology further or faster. It is a contest to preserve the very fabric of life that our innovations depend on. There is a profound irony in our pursuit of green energy. In our fervent desire to mitigate the ravages of fossil fuel dependency, we risk ensnaring ourselves in a new form of environmental and geopolitical vulnerability. The extraction techniques of the past, so ruthlessly efficient in meeting our industrial hunger, now threaten to undermine the integrity of our most cherished environmental havens. The cost of green energy may well be a heavy one, measured in landscapes defaced by toxic runoff and in communities whose breaths are choked by industrial decay. Throughout this relentless pursuit of a sustainable future, we are forced to ask, at what cost does progress come? With each passing day, the price tag of technological marvels rises, and it is not paid in mere dollars or digital currency, but in the very health of our planet. The data is stark, unyielding. A single metric ton of rare earth processing creates an avalanche of waste that haunts ecosystems for generations. As we lean on technology to lead us into tomorrow, we must confront the warning etched into the earth. The resources we take cannot be reclaimed without sacrifice, and the toll may be steeper than we ever imagined. This story, woven with threads of corporate ambition, environmental sacrifice, and technological promise, forms a tapestry of modern anguish and hope. It is a saga that dares us to look beyond the superficial allure of progress and to confront the hidden costs that bear down on our world. In the interplay of light and shadow, ingenuity and exploitation, our future is being written, one that demands we reconcile our greatest aspirations with the undeniable truth of nature's limits. Now, as we approach a reflective climax in our journey, the stakes resonate with extraordinary urgency. Each revelation is a reminder that the promise of fast, unbridled technological advancement is a double-edged sword. In one hand, we hold the potential to transform our lives and to unlock miracles that once belonged only to dreams. In the other, we clutch the harsh reality of environmental degradation, a reality that warns us of the danger of sacrificing the very earth that nurtures our civilization. The time has come for reflection and determination. We must ask ourselves, with unflinching honesty, can we truly evolve beyond the destructive legacy of traditional mining practices? Will our pursuit of innovation be forever tainted by the scars of our ecological debt? Or can we muster the courage and ingenuity to forge a more sustainable path, one that honors both technological progress and the health of our planet? The answers lie not in the confines of boardrooms or policy documents, but within each of us, beckoning us to balance our relentless quest for progress with a responsibility to protect the natural world. In the echo of every decision and every innovation, we hear the silent, urgent plea of the earth. Its whisper, woven into the fabric of our digital dreams, implores us to act with conscience and foresight. As we weigh the cost of green energy against its promise, we come face to face with a pivotal question, a question that must be answered if we are to escape the magnetic trap of our own making. This is our defining moment, a juncture where the promise of a high-tech era collides with the irreversible damage of environmental neglect. The digital revolution, for all its brilliance, is not an abstract phenomenon, but one deeply anchored in the messy, unyielding reality of resource extraction. And while technological serendipity may one day offer alternatives, the remnants of our destructive past serve as a timeless caution. Progress must be partnered with preservation. Let the story of the digital age be a call to action, a call to confront the hidden costs that underpin our modern conveniences and to demand sustainable solutions that do not sacrifice the planet for the sake of progress. While the path ahead remains shrouded in uncertainty, one truth remains crystal clear. Our future, our health, and our very planet depend on the courage to choose a different way forward. It is time to confront the hidden costs of our digital age and demand sustainable solutions that don't sacrifice our planet for progress.